to the MMore Life Podcast. Today is a very special episode.
Absolutely, very special.
We have two great guests here. The first, also not the first, the second and third women ever on the MMore Life Podcast.
History.
It's more life for women.
Exactly.
More women on More Life.
We don't exclude anyone.
No, we don't. Not at all. That's not what we're about here, and that's what the audience knows. They know if they're listening to us, we bring inclusivity and more life. So, without further ado, the two guests today. This is my girlfriend, Allie. She'll be on today.
Hi, everyone.
And this would be my girlfriend, Julia.
Hi, everyone.
As you can see, this couch is not a huge couch, so we're got a bit of a tight squeeze today, but that's okay. It'll still be a great episode. So with that, why don't you say a few things about yourself, Allie? What do you do for work? I'll ask you that.
I'm a first grade teacher. It's a lot of fun. Get to spend my days with 6-year-olds, and it's pretty much transformed my humor into that of a 7-year-old boy. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think I'd find that hilarious.
I mean, farts are hilarious. So
Listen.
I don't care who you are. Farts are funny.
You probably heard some good farts like throughout your time. So you've been doing it what, three years,
This is my
4
4th
years?
year of teaching. Yes. Yeah.
Was there like 1 year where in specific where the farts were the best, or would you say not really?
Oh, that's tough. Actually, there was 1 year where I had a student who was very gassy. And would take a really long time in the bathroom. I do have a bathroom in my classroom, so unfortunately, when you're with children 6 hours a day, you get to know a lot about them, things they like, things they don't like, and their bowel routines. So, and that's pretty much it.
That must be in some ways like cool, but also tough because you're probably in some cases like some weeks longer with the kids than maybe some of their parents are. So you kind of learn a lot about them. Obviously not just their bowels, but like them a lot as individuals, and they can see kind of their growth over time. That's probably pretty cool.
But their bowels as well.
But yeah, we definitely don't want to leave that out.
That's very important. Yes. No, it's I feel like I've learned that as I've continued with teaching. It's like at the end of each school year, it's kind of crazy realizing how much you really learn about every kid, and then I don't know, an end of the school year is very bittersweet because it's like all of a sudden you're just done with this group, and then you have to shift gears and move on to the next one. So that part is still a little difficult, but
How because obviously the school year being around September to June, and so how often or how late in the year do you start to notice like, oh, I see like some either like changing or developing or growing like from kids usually?
It can happen pretty early on. I feel like teaching first grade, you see a lot of growth over time, which is part of like the first grade magic, we like to call it, because they just learn so much at like such a fast rate. A lot of the times, well, actually, depending on the kid, like it might be their second year of school if they didn't have preschool. So it's really cool to see them like learn how to become a student or kind of remember how to be a student. We do notice like a lot of summer slide. So they come in the beginning of the year, and actually the first 6 weeks of my school year, I don't teach anything academic. It's all routines and like executive functioning skills and how to line up and how to wash your hands and, where things are in a classroom and in the school. And honestly, practicing those routines are so important and spending the time on it. So I feel like you see growth pretty quickly there, and you see kids kind of rise to the occasion and become independent. But then as for like academics, first grade is the year they learn how to read, which is really cool.
That is very big.
Yeah, it's actually like I have a lot of students who start off as non-readers, and then by the end of the year are reading like books and stories. So it's very exciting, and they are also very excited about that as well.
Yeah. So you're kind of like you're like a scout. Like if you compare you to sports, you're like a scout. So you're like maybe not a scout. Maybe more like a coach.
I would say she's like on the development staff. Or she's got these prospects coming in and who have a lot of potential because they're so
right. So she's probably like affiliated with the Junior Sabres.
I would say so, yeah, because like obviously, but I would think Allie would do a better job than the Sabres organization does since they're so bad. But
I can imagine. Yeah.
God, I hope so.
Do you ever see like you have that standout student? You're like, this is like the McDavid of this elementary school.
Now, I don't know who McDavid is. I'm going to
Okay,
assume
what
he's
about,
really good.
What about Josh Allen of this?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I understand that. Oh yeah, like I have students who come in who can read at like a 3rd grade level.
Wow.
Are really, have really great math skills. Yeah, and some of it depends on how much they work at home. Obviously, some students just kind of have a knack for learning, but it's surprising to see like most of the time those kids who are like really great at academics maybe lack in like executive functioning skills, meaning, like I actually have a student like that right now who is so bright, is off the charts, but every day I have to remind him, hey, you've got to take your folder out of your backpack and go put it in your box, and like, oh my gosh, you have to clean up after yourself, like does not know how to follow a routine or procedure. So, which is actually interesting when you have to relay this information to parents. They're like, well, my kid's doing so well.
Right.
And like, yes, they are. They're very bright, but, they're like, they should be challenged more. And I'm like, well, his challenge is actually, can he sit on the carpet for 10 minutes, without standing up and running around the classroom? So it's just finding different ways to kind of meet kids where they're at and with what they need. So.
Yeah, you speak about, do you know those, do they still have like the Frog and Toad books?
They do. There's
those
actually a TV show.
This is so funny. This is so funny because we just watched Frog and Toad on Apple TV like last week.
Do you know I have a Frog and Toad shirt?
You didn't wear it for this?
No way.
Oh, I should have wore it.
We were out to dinner last week. Was it the same day we watched the? No, it was like the.
Yeah, around that time.
It was like we had just watched the Frog and Toad show, and the guy next to us at dinner had a Frog and Toad shirt on.
Was it? What color was it? Was it tan?
Yeah, it was tan.
Oh, yeah,
and it was a big center square.
Yes.
Yeah. Want to know where you got it from? Target. So that's where I got it.
The waitress even commented on it.
Yeah.
Because she was a teacher, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's a great book series."
Yeah, that's awesome.
Little known fact too about that about Frog and Toad. Toad, he's got a very deep voice, and
in the show.
And in the show, yeah, not in general. But actually, like, you remember James Earl Jones, rest in peace. That was his last work. It was after Star Wars, Lion King, Frog and Toad.
Wow, I did not know that.
I mean, I haven't read that anywhere, but I kind of get that suspicion from
Toad's voice is like butter. Like we were like, oh damn.
Wow, Toad.
Oh, Toad.
He's one of those people who like characters. Obviously, with thinking about him and some of the great characters out there, he's not one of those who's kind of like gonna say the most words in the room, but when he does talk,
everyone listens.
Yes, he captures the room.
He's got that aura to him.
He's got an aura.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, for sure.
As the kids say nowadays.
Yeah, I mean,
aura points.
That was Frog and Toad. I just remember being best friends. Like they did everything together. There's some good quotes from Frog and Toad too.
Really? Do you know like one offhand?
Not offhand, okay. But I know that it's a very good show.
Yeah. And there was a real good episode recently with Stick.
Wait, who's Stick?
He's a character. He's a character.
What animal is
kind of.
So I don't want to ruin it for the audience because I know they probably want to watch this as like their next like big show they watch on TV, but. So Stick is one of Frog's friends, I guess we'll say, and he kind of comes in the picture, and Toad becomes a little bit jealous, we'll say.
I mean, I think Toad has ground to stand on, but
he does. But the problem was that Frog was never replacing Toad. He kind of would just want to add him to the group, and Toad didn't really understand that this was the dynamic. He thought he was kind of being replaced, and it caused a little bit of rift in the group.
That's tough.
Yeah, just tough. And I like. Obviously, everyone can understand where Toad is coming from, but at the same time, Frog probably should have like kind of communicated that earlier. And I think there's a good lesson in that. As long as you communicate things early on, these issues don't arise as prevalently.
Yeah, I think I truly think a lot of adults should go back and watch these kids shows because, like you said, there's lessons to be learned from these kids shows.
Have you done that? Have you gone back and watched some of the shows that you watched as a kid and seen like the adult humor in it?
As I'm speaking about it.
Yeah.
Have you like Toy Story, for example?
Well, yes, Toy Story, of course.
Best okay, but
series of all time.
You know, Creepy Sid.
Yes.
Okay, and he has the toy that's like the crane with on legs.
Yep.
It's a hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but like it's like all of this adult humor. It's so funny. Like I'll watch stuff with or like movies and things in my classroom with kids. Not every day, but there are some days. And like we watched Cars and Lightning McQueen with like the groupie cars that are and they flash them and like I don't know, there's certain like things that they say I'm like, oh my god, that totally went over my head as a kid.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
Cars is another great series that I mean that's top 3 honestly for me.
Hot take: the soundtrack from that movie, top tier. One of the best
yeah.
movie
Oh,
soundtracks
Like
of
Life
all
is a
time.
Highway. That's the jam.
Oh, I'm
the
thinking
Flats.
Real Gone, Sheryl Crow.
Oh yeah. That was the intro song.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That song hits every time.
Doesn't beat Life is a Highway, but yeah. But yeah.
Oh, I think it does.
I know, Matt. We've debated this a lot. Because you mentioned Toy Story.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've talked about it on the pod, but the best Toy Story, because we have very different opinions. on
We have talked about it on the pod. I remember.
Okay.
We do disagree, but let's see what the ladies think.
Can
Are
we
you
do a-
able to rank the Toy Stories?
Yes.
I think I need a little bit of a recap.
Okay, we'll give you a little
Okay,
bit.
like obviously the original.
Yes. The
we
second
know that
one is
one.
the one where Jesse and the horse come in.
Yep. There's
Bullseye.
Al's the evil
Okay.
character.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the one where
okay.
they're like stolen, right? And
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
They're in the airport.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Okay.
third one is with the bear, Lotso.
The Lotso.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the fourth one is the one with like the little
With-
spork.
With Forky.
Yeah,
Forky, yeah.
Forky.
Forky.
Yeah. Woody and Forky, they go on an adventure.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there's your recap.
Okay.
Let's start with Julia.
Yes. I was saying.
I'm gonna say my favorite is Toy Story 2.
Okay.
Second would be, I think, number 1. It's just nostalgic.
Okay.
And then probably 3, 4.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
almost in order besides the first two.
Yeah.
I feel that's a very relatively common, I would say,
Okay.
ranking.
So what does Allie think?
I'm gonna switch it up here a little
Ooh.
bit.
Ooh.
I've got to go number 1 is number 1. Like
Okay.
OG.
Okay.
It can't be beat. I mean, some sequels are good, but it can never beat the original.
Yep.
Then 3, it's a real tearjerker
Mm-hmm.
because that's the one where like they almost get like incinerated.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, that
Okay.
can happen.
Yeah.
That can
Yeah.
happen.
There's so much drama. And then 2, and like I think 4 will have to be last just because
Yeah.
I maybe saw that once. And
Yeah. I think they're making a 5.
They are.
I think you're right about
And that is what you call overkill.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason. There wasn't any reason for a 4, really, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but
there is no reason for a 4.
Except Forky's cute.
I think though, like they
for a
keep
Forky's,
making
for a Forky's
them
cute. Yeah,
for like younger generations, not really for us anymore.
Right.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That might be why they're kind of redoing a bunch of movies, older movies like The Lion King and Shrek. Besides the money factor being a big
Yeah.
one as well.
They make it like real life. Imagine if they do like what do they call it? Live action.
Mm-hmm.
That they call it live
Yeah.
action Toy Story.
That'd be interesting.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Like the airplane scene where he's like running on the horse.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool, like a
Mhm.
horse and like a cowboy
Yeah.
running by side of like a plane.
Well, it would be live action, so it would be like the actual toys, but it would just be like a realistic image.
I was
It'd
just
be
thinking
a
like
lot
a
of
real.
CGI.
I was thinking just like a real cowboy having to just run by there and
I
just
mean,
see
that
how
could
fast
be-
he can
that-
go.
That could be cool too. That could be cool too.
Yeah, I feel like that, like the whole remake of shows and TV or of movies and TV shows is like kind of been the big thing lately across the
It
board. Like not
has.
just Disney, but across the boards. Did you guys? I know Mike has never seen Harry Potter, but
I've seen some Harry
yeah,
Potter.
well, that means you haven't. But have you got? Are you Harry Potter fans at all?
I am not.
I'm not.
Holy crap!
So you think I've not seen a lot of movies? Matt has seen less movies than I have.
We have a list of all of the movies Mike needs to watch
Yeah,
to get caught up.
very far behind.
Yeah. Yes, you are. But they're like turning that into a TV series.
I did hear about
Did you
that.
hear about that? Where it's like
Yes.
every movie is going to get a season. And I think I will obviously watch it because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah.
Like
probably
the
not.
film series were so successful. Why do we have to remake it? I don't know.
And you probably distort it a lot because how do you take a movie and make it into a whole series,
Mhm.
like season of a show?
Well, I think like some fans are excited because they can add more details from the books that the movies couldn't capture.
Okay.
But I think those movies did a pretty good job from, I don't know, after reading all of the books. Compared to other series that have been adapted into films, I think they did okay. That could be a hot take. I don't know.
See, I'm not really a big reader
Okay.
or a big movie watcher.
Big fan of staring at the wall and just see.
Yeah, he doesn't have many hobbies.
See, my hobby consists of like watching paint dry, watching water
Wow.
boil,
Oh my
Grass
gosh.
grow. That's a big
grass
one.
grow. I
love
did
that.
grow grass last summer, so
That's right, you did.
That's a true story.
Yeah.
It's
Very
looking great. I
nice.
got to put more seed down, by the way.
You ever paint that one part of your house, like the that one like wood?
Oh no, we did not paint the wood.
No.
No.
You'll
Nope.
get there. Take a look.
That's actually a controversy between the two of us.
Yeah.
Really? Do you not want the wood
I
painted?
do not want it painted.
Really?
I would like to like resand it. He would like to paint it.
Okay. So do you want to paint it eventually, or like no?
No.
Really? Interesting.
I
Like,
think it
stain
adds a
it.
little dimension to the house because the house is very just black and white.
Yeah, it is neat. Yeah, it is neat.
So
You could restain. That would be a compromise.
Yeah, maybe
Mhm.
restain.
Give it a different color. Still the wood.
I respect that. I
Fact.
respect that because I feel like a lot of like whenever, I mean, you knew about your house, you were already had been in it prior. But there's a lot. I feel like when you're looking for houses and apartments, a lot of them just seem very like when you walk into them and they're empty, they seem just like so general and like boring. So
yeah.
it's cool to kind of do whatever you can to kind of go against that.
Switch it up.
Mhm.
Make it
Exactly.
unique.
Yeah. Make it
Yeah.
yours.
Exactly. Would you say society is running out of originality?
Yes. Even I'll give you an example. You ever seen pictures of like McDonald's from like the 90s or 2000s versus now? It's just a gray building with an M on it. It doesn't have like the golden arches or like the
The play
that,
center.
that purple guy flying around. You know.
Yep. The Hamburglar.
Yeah, the Hamburglar.
I mean, he took that brief intermission where he played hockey for the Ottawa Senators.
That's
but
true. He had a good season there, and
He
like
played for the Sabres a little bit too.
yeah, I think maybe the Amber. What did,
Yeah, the Amherst.
yeah, he had a good
But,
run there for like 20 games, but
Yeah, but I'm sure he's back at McDonald's now.
oh, probably yeah. He's got those fryers up and running.
But,
Mike does know all of the McDonald's characters' names.
What about Grimace? Grimace is the purple
Grimace.
guy.
He's the
Yeah.
purple guy. Yep, Grimace is the purple guy.
Who are the
Um,
rest? I don't know them.
Ronald.
Ronald. He was a big factor in all that.
Hmm.
Ronald's kind of the main guy. Actually, that's an underrated movie. The movie, The Founder, about McDonald's story.
Yeah, it's like a documentary, really.
Kind of, yeah. It's. I don't think it was like exactly depicted how the real life events occurred, but overall, it's a good movie. It's got a good plot and interesting.
Yeah, I feel like with like the movies now, like the reason they're doing the remakes is because the originals are so good that they're just redoing the idea because there's no more new good ideas. Which
I
a lot of
agree with
people can
that.
say the same thing about music.
That's true. But also, I mean, this might be a not controversial take, but a difference of opinion. I feel like it's easier with movies to make new ideas versus music. How many really different beat changes
Progressions.
can sound very alike to other ones,
Yeah.
especially as time goes on. I mean,
Well, and there's like a lot of sampling of songs that were like popular in like the 80s. Now I'm trying to think of like, I can't think of an example.
There's so many
but
out there,
I
though.
know
Yeah.
there's so many.
I mean, Drake samples a lot of like older songs,
Mhm.
or, like
that's true.
whatever, do them like slow them down or
Yeah.
like speed them up.
I don't know what song it was, but you're right. There was a Drake song where I was like, this is the exact song. It's a different song.
Yeah.
But,
I'm train of thought here.
I mean, do you think like the music industry? Let me speak. The music industry is like growing in general, or not really, or it's kind of stagnating.
Yes, it's growing.
It's growing. You're
Yeah,
saying?
I think there's a lot of money in it.
Well, I mean, like I don't mean like the money part of it. I just mean like a lot of new artists coming out, with different creative ideas and songs. I more
I
so mean.
think so.
Yeah.
More
With the
than
rise of social
previous.
media too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can promote your music a lot better, where
Mhm.
before it was just
That's
radio.
true.
That's it.
Anyone can post anything on Spotify.
Yeah. Like
And
us.
like
I was gonna-
That's
Yeah.
true.
TikTok's big.
You ever hear the
Because,
story of Go ahead, Julia.
like Benson Boone, he like
Right.
went on American Idol,
Mhm.
and then they were like, "Oh, you could win," and then he ended up quitting because he was taking off too big on TikTok.
Yeah.
So, and now he's like a mainstream artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he performed at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like
So-
stripped down at the Grammys, didn't he?
yeah.
Basically,
yeah. He let somebody borrow, I don't know, a famous actor borrow his blue suit that he wore,
Wow.
like the blue
Oh.
jumpsuit.
Hmm.
I don't know who it was anymore, but yeah, no, like now he's really taken off.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched that season of American Idol. I
Yeah.
saw his audition.
Me too.
Bummed when he quit, but
That's like a similar kind of scenario with Zach Bryan, because I listened to a podcast with him in it, and he was in the Navy, and he was like recording him singing and playing guitar like at night, and posting the videos on Twitter, and all of a sudden he just blew up on Twitter, and then he got kicked out of the Navy because he was like they were feared he would be like too big for the Navy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was very dedicated to the Navy too, because if I recall, like a couple generations before him and his family, they were all in the Navy and all higher up. So he obviously had a lot of pride there, but it didn't matter because he was big on Twitter.
Wow.
yeah. I
didn't
feel
know
like
that.
that's the story of a lot. Well, not like the Navy, but like people being discovered on social media. I would like to say Justin Bieber started that
Yes, he did.
movement.
Yep.
When Usher found him on YouTube,
Yep.
and that kind of began.
Is that what happened?
Yeah,
I just know his
Yes.
mom like posted his videos and
yeah. He had like singing videos on YouTube, and Usher is kind of the one who's responsible for discovering him.
Yes.
So and
Brought
they were
him
always
to
fans.
Atlanta from
He-
Canada.
From Canada, yeah.
Yep.
he ushered him to the big stage.
Mike, are you a believer?
A what?
A believer?
Is that what they call it?
I think so. Am I wrong?
you
Am I
are-
wrong,
That
ladies?
is
Very
exactly what they were called. Yes.
Based on past haircuts I've seen that he's had,
Oh,
he's
no.
a big believer.
yeah.
You've not seen my driver's license picture. Next subject.
Just like
Maybe we
Justin.
could get one of those posted on the More Life Podcast
Oh my God,
Instagram
that would
page.
be
Right on the next
great.
post.
Wow.
No
Insert
throwback
clip
Tuesdays
right
ever.
here.
You know, I've actually over the years, I know from the younger male population, he caught a lot of slack.
Mhm.
You know, the guys would just be like, "Oh, Bieber is for girls," all that crap. But I've grown to respect him over time.
Matt and I went to a Justin Bieber concert together. The last time he was in Buffalo.
That's right.
Oh.
It was
We're-
maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, for the most recent
Yeah.
album.
Yes.
Yep.
What's it called?
Justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I don't remember who he brought out. Like the opening acts. Oh
He had some good
no, the
features
one
on that
opening
album.
act. Hannah Montana. What was his name? Nico.
Rico.
Rico, yeah.
No
He's a musical
way.
artist.
Yes.
He brought him out. No one knew who he is until he said, "Do you guys remember Hannah Montana?"
Moses Ares or something
Yes.
like that,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. So we
Oh my
brought
God,
out
I'm
him.
so jealous.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a good concert. He's a good performer.
Yeah, was he good live?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen him 3 times live.
Okay, so you were a believer growing up.
Yes,
Okay.
hardcore.
Did you
Yeah.
have a cardboard cutout? Like what?
Not a cardboard cutout,
Okay.
but definitely
Poster.
10 plus posters.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
You love a fangirl.
his voice is amazing live.
Okay.
He you can tell he's actually a very well singer, and he puts on a great dancing performance.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Did he
all
have a
around very
live
good.
band too, or was
Yes.
it? Okay.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
You must remember so much about it.
Sounds like Matt had a really great time.
No, but Biebs does good music.
You're only a good ice hockey player too.
Yeah. I mean,
he's Canadian, so
he's a
True.
big Maple Leafs fan, which that I don't quite respect, but good for him. Good for him.
Did you ever get the Tim Biebs donuts when they were at Tim Hortons a while ago?
I think I did.
They were pretty
Yes.
good. I don't remember the flavors, but they kind of had some.
I think he had a drink too.
I think he had like a T-shirt too. It had like his merch in Tim Hortons. It
His
was
merch
interesting.
is his merch is what's it called? Drew.
Drew House, yes,
Oh,
that's
Drew
a
House.
company
He's
that
got
he
the smiley
owns.
face.
Yes.
Yes, the smiley face. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember the one year, I think it was last year or the year before, the NHL like designed their All-Star jerseys
Ooh,
based on like his
Right.
merch.
wow.
I wanna
Right.
say.
I think if you turned it inside out, it was his logo.
That's what it was. Yeah.
It was like the first reversible hockey jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, but yeah, he's invested in the hockey field, hockey ice, hockey rink.
He knows his way around the rink. I
He
would
knows
say.
his way around. the
He's a
rink.
father now.
He's a
He
father
is.
now.
Yeah, he is a father. I feel like that's why he's been kind of on the down low recently.
You mean like
Yes.
father figure for hockey, or like he has like a human child?
No,
Or something?
he has a son.
A son,
son,
yes.
I was
Him
gonna
and
say. Haley
Haley Bieber, but she was Haley Baldwin.
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 Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is she an actor?
Model.
Model.
Actress. Excuse me.
Thank
Model?
you. Model, nail and hair inspiration.
She
Two girls
has-
around the world.
Yeah, she has what is that, like lip gloss business, Road Beauty,
Okay.
or it's like skincare maybe, something like that.
Mm,
I don't know much about her.
yeah,
I know
well,
she started the glazed donut nail
Glazed
trend.
donut nails.
That's all I've got.
yeah, I was just
But-
testing you guys. Me and Mike obviously knew that.
Obviously.
Big Haley Bieber fans.
Yeah,
wow.
so we're glad you guys are up to date on that.
I'm
Mhm.
still Team Selena, but it's a combo for another day.
Selena's
Gomez?
with
Benny Blanco.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're engaged.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Mhm.
I think. I never met him.
You know him well.
No, he's a producer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's a
he's a
music
producer. He's made
producer.
some good songs. Produced
Yeah.
some good songs, I think.
I think they just recently came out with a song together.
Yeah, together. It's like their
They-
first one.
Yeah.
Actually came out with a joint album.
Oh.
Wait, it's
Yeah.
out or it's going
Yes,
to be out?
I think it came out, or they just have started releasing
Maybe
like,
like a
singles
single,
from it.
yeah.
Mm.
But yes, that's supposed to be like a joint album of them like falling in love.
Wow.
Oh.
How cute.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Gaga just released a new album this past Friday, like a week
cool.
ago.
I didn't know it was a whole album. I heard the
Mhm.
one
Mayhem.
song that like blew up.
Abracadabra or Die with a Smile with Bruno Mars.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yes.
Yeah, she like revitalized that guy's life.
His life?
Probably.
What was going on with his life?
I hear he was
Bruno's
like,
been
I hear Bruno's been down bad.
Really? Like
Money.
how?
crying at the gym.
Like he hasn't
Crying
been.
at the club.
That was a Taylor Swift reference, and Julia was the only one who understood that.
I don't know. I just heard that he was like,
Mm.
financially not great. And then this song kind of revitalized him, and he's been making a little more music
Good
now.
for Bruno.
I mean, he's a great voice, so I feel like he shouldn't be too difficult for him to get back out there and
Oh no, he should be able to do
get the
it.
checkbook flowing again.
My
but
aunts would probably fully fund his or help bring him out of debt. They love Bruno Mars and have like seen him in concert 5 times.
Wow.
Big Bruno fans. Fun fact, I shouldn't know this, but I do. His backup dancers have to meet a height requirement because he's so short. They have to they can't be above a certain height because
Wow.
it would make him look short.
Wow.
So they're all short kings up there. Just
how tall is he? Like
no
roughly?
idea. Like probably like 5'6" maybe.
I didn't realize that.
Short guy.
I mean, what's average? No, he's probably like 5'6", 5'7". I mean, I don't know if that's average.
No, average
but-
is like probably for a male is like 5'9", I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
probably.
but he makes sure his backup dancers make him look good. So
I respect it.
Fair.
that's from a tidbit.
I mean,
from
some
my
would say
aunts.
discriminatory.
You could say that.
Some could say
You
that.
could say
Some
that.
would say that
I'm
he
sur-
puts
I'm
his
sure
ego
people do.
over accepting people to change their life.
I would say this. He would not be a good fit for the More Life podcast.
He wouldn't. But I'll tell you this: we accept
This has
everyone.
turned into a Bruno Mars.
Well, we
hate
do,
podcast.
but at the same
We
time,
accept everyone.
I would say we can have him on if he changes his rule.
Well, I would want to hear why he feels that way. I would want to break down like why he feels insecure about his height.
Yeah, because I think probably mostly for the show and the performance, because obviously he's got to put on a certain performance to get it popularized.
I think it's just image.
Yeah, his image basically. That's
But
a
it's
good way of
like-
putting it.
It's Short King Spring coming up, so.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah. Short Kings come out. Right, Mike?
Excuse me? Do I need to stand up?
Oh, I thought you were already standing.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That's it for this episode.
Where to go from there?
I don't want to talk anymore.
And Mike's turning off his mic. What kind of music are you guys generally into?
My most listened to artist on Spotify last year was Taylor Swift.
Same. Mm-hmm.
I don't discriminate against any album. They're all great.
Ooh, this could be top 5.
That
What
could
era
be
are
a
you in?
5.
Oh my gosh. No, my top artist was also Taylor Swift. But I would consider myself genre fluid.
Yeah.
I listen to a little bit of everything. I think the only thing I don't listen to is rap.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Do
listen
you
to
find
rap.
it annoying?
I just
Or do you
love
not like the message behind the lyrics?
It's nothing to do with that. Like I just need like a nice melody.
Okay.
So I don't like, but it is. This
You
is
don't vibe with
interesting. You know, like it depends on like Fetty Wap's my guy. I do enjoy his stuff.
Fetty Wap,
Fetty
yeah.
Wap.
1738.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was wondering where Fetty Wap's been. Apparently, he's incarcerated, so that's why we haven't gotten any new music, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But no, well, you and I have talked about this, Mike. Is when you listen to music, do you listen for lyrics or do you listen for rhythm? Because I feel like there's 2 types of people. I'm definitely a lyric listener.
I am
yeah.
also a lyric listener. I
Mhm.
think that's why I enjoy Taylor Swift so much.
Yes, her lyricism. Ugh.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely like a rhythm person.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, the lyrics are obviously important, but it's way less important than the rhythm for me.
yeah.
How it sounds, like if it's audibly pleasing, is the important thing.
Exactly.
That's an opinion.
I know.
Yeah, I like. I would say I like a little bit of everything. A
Mhm.
little bit of everything. Classical.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you guys dabble in the classical genre?
Love it.
Yes.
When I'm like studying,
Yeah.
or like I'll play.
Prime time.
I play a lot of music for my students. That's like instrumental.
Yep. Yep.
Or classical to kind of, it helps increase focus, but kind of fills a space.
What else? What else we got? Country.
I do listen to country. Do you listen to country?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I do.
Luke Combs.
You've gotten into it.
I've gotten
you're
into it a
big-
little bit,
You're
yeah.
a big John Party guy.
I know like 2 John Party
Oh
songs.
my gosh, I've seen John Party.
I just
in
like that
Dirt
one.
on.
You like John Party?
I like one song of it.
Oh my
Dirt
god,
on
it's
my
a party
boots, that's
party.
fine.
Come
Well,
on.
it's cause in, like, I think it was 12th grade senior year. I would take the bus to school, and that was like a big song that I'd always be laying on the
Turn on my boots.
or sitting in the bus
Yeah.
seat, head on the windowsill, and that song would come on as I'm like kind of dozing asleep. It was kind of like soothing in a way.
As you're riding the bus.
Yeah, and like 6:30.
It's about like out working a blue collar job.
Oh, no,
On your school
yeah,
bus.
17-year-old Mike loved that song.
Mike looks
Well,
down.
it was
He's
very
stuck in a
soothing.
puddle. He's got dirt on his
Absolutely
boots.
relatable.
He relates.
Look at that.
Same with the night shift where you just like working the night grind.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
What
I've
about
been,
Tequila Little Time?
that one's been introduced to me recently. It's an alright song.
Thoughts? Best song ever.
But yeah, I've been to get into country a little more. Country is kind of folk-esque, but
Yeah, I like folk.
yeah, folk is good.
Maybe not folk, but like there's like an off-genre folky.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I feel like folk music in general has become a lot more popular
I
recently.
agree with that. Yeah,
I would like to attribute a lot of that to Noah Khan.
Yep.
yeah, he's definitely
guy.
folk. Mm-hmm. He's a big
Kind of
artist.
more like pop folk.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because
Depending
you
on
can
the
get,
song.
you can get pretty folky.
You can get folky, all right.
Yeah.
You can get funky and folky,
Funky.
but
funky folky Friday.
but yeah, I think he does it pretty well. He keeps the funk to a minimum, but also enough to get the people going. So.
What else? What else we got? Genres. We already talked about rap. You're not a big rap fan.
Classic rock,
Classic rock.
like 80s pop, 80s rock.
Classic rock. I like classic rock.
Yeah.
My favorite's Iron Man. You know, I am Iron Man.
Do it one more time.
Final Countdown. Classic.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's a good
That's a
one.
classic.
Final Countdown's a classic.
Okay. Well, I like Fleetwood Mac. I don't know if they're rock.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd
Ooh,
consider
Yeah,
they
I'd
be
say-
rock. They're
I'd
rock,
say
right?
rock,
Yeah.
yeah, classic
Stevie
rock.
Nicks.
Yeah.
What about like heavy metal?
No.
Screamo.
Metallica.
No.
Julia's been to a Screamo concert.
I
Slipknot.
did. I went to a
Ooh.
Slipknot concert for my
How much
friend.
did you enjoy that?
You know, it's an experience. I wasn't really there for the music, but it was great to see how much their fans got into
I
it.
feel like a really fun atmosphere.
Yeah, it was just fun to be around and to experience. I didn't know what they were saying, but
Well, you could say the same thing about rap.
Screaming. You didn't know what they were screaming.
yeah, they were screaming. Yeah.
What about the new rise in like Latin music?
Ooh.
Like Benny Blanco.
No, that you're
not
thinking
quite.
Bad
Not
Bunny.
quite.
Bad Bunny, yeah,
Bad
sorry.
Bunny,
Thinking
yep.
Bad Bunny.
The
I'll
same letter.
translate. I think it definitely has like a time and a space
So
for me.
Okay,
Yes.
so Mike would probably be more inclined to like it because he's more of a rhythm guy.
Right.
Or
Yeah,
you're
that's
a
a,
lyric gal, so
Yeah.
you're like, I don't understand
So,
any of this. So.
like at the club. Love a Latin bop.
Yeah.
No, I do like what's the name again?
Bad Bunny.
I love Bad Bunny a little bit. He's pretty good.
He's global.
Mhm.
He's global.
He is global.
It's technically there's like a subgenre called reggaeton,
Yeah, it's reggae.
which is it's not reggae or it's like my friend Alex is really into it and she was kind of explaining it to me, but I don't want to attempt to explain it because I think I'm gonna get it wrong. But
Okay.
yeah, reggaeton's like a subgenre that is like upbeat Latin music. Great for the clubs
Yeah.
if you're
I'm
so inclined.
always down for that.
Fun fact: this probably would have been like my probably second ever concert was almost a reggae concert.
Ooh.
My dad kind of dabbles in the reggae game a little bit.
Wow.
Not singing it,
Wow.
just or performing, but going to see it.
I wasn't
And-
expecting you to say that.
Oh, I know, it's surprising.
He
But
doesn't perform it. Oh, okay.
he does not, no.
Interesting.
But I was supposed to go to the concert, but it was like a graduation party that same day, so I decided to skip out on the concert, which I kind of regretted a little bit. But
Who was it? Do you know?
I forget the name of the band or the group, but I remember there's one song called "Mirror in the Bathroom," and that was a bop.
Oh.
So if you're looking for music recommendations, look up "Mirror in the Bathroom." Real good one.
It wasn't Bob Marley.
It was not Bob Marley. No,
Oh, okay.
no.
That's the only one.
Now,
much
did
smaller,
you-
much smaller group.
Did you listen to it while looking in your bathroom mirror, or?
Usually just in the way there and back. I keep it to I don't want to make kind of change the mood too much, but I just listen to it on the way to the bathroom and the way back from the bathroom.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't want to associate that kind of music with the bathroom?
No. When you're in the bathroom, you kind of like to keep it chill for the most part. So you don't want to kind of have that reggae.
I mean,
get hyped up.
Sometimes you gotta put a rock on. You gotta get going.
Gotta get fired up.
Thunderstruck.
That's true.
But yeah, you could associate. I listen to a little bit of everything, but I change, like, if I'm in like a mood, I'll do this, or like if I'm just like different events or different.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever I'm doing changes what I'm listening
if
to.
it's like a nighttime drive or like a sad boy hour, you gotta kind of just adjust to that. But
I'd love to hear that playlist.
that's classified.
Do you guys use Spotify?
Absolutely.
Michael?
Michael's the Outlander. I know.
I know. Red flag.
Yes, I use Apple Music, but that's only because, listen, I'll say this. I like how Spotify makes it much more accessible to like get music and find new music that you'd like.
Yes.
But I was introduced to Apple Music a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And I've kind of just stuck with that sense because it's hard to make that transition. So
Yeah, that's tough.
So you're a man of routine.
Oh.
I would say sometimes, yeah, depending on what it is.
So is there like a deeper
Stubborn.
meaning behind your
Taurus.
unwillingness to change to Spotify?
Well, my astrological sign is Taurus, which is stubborn. So
Tortoise?
Taurus, like the bull.
Oh,
Taurus.
okay.
Yes. I mean,
I'm Cancer.
You are a Cancer, yes.
you are.
It sounds like a bad thing.
Yeah, it does sound bad. You might want to get that checked out.
Yeah.
What are you, Julia?
I am a Scorpio.
Ooh.
I know.
I don't know much about it. Like, I know I'm a Capricorn, so I feel like I know about mine. But
Yeah, we made an episode on this.
Yes.
did,
oh, you
yes.
did.
We did.
Quick shout out. Astrology. Probably film. Or
Listen
probably
to
was
it.
recorded what 2021 maybe.
Yeah, that's a season oneer.
Oh yeah, definitely season
Wow.
one.
Maybe
Definitely
season
listen
two,
to
but
it.
probably season one. A lot of research put into that episode, and I think it's fair to say me and Mike didn't agree with a lot of it.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, you're right. We did not agree about it.
Right.
I remember we were like,
We
We
were
kinda-
it does look like a
we didn't
entertainment.
we didn't really talk down on it, but we kind of stated that we disagree with a lot of the claims making that say that astrology and your sign is a big influence on how you are as a person.
Right.
We disagreed a lot with
I think
that.
we said
just don't
like the
believe
environment affects you more than that.
Yes, yeah. Kinda
nature
your-
versus nurture
your
a little
upbringing.
bit.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Your upbringing is a lot more important than the
What's destined?
exactly
the stars.
and the moon and the stars. Yes.
Wow.
I think. Like, I don't fully believe in it either, but I do think there's some truth to some of it.
Yeah, I think I'm on that same.
Do you guys care to elaborate?
Like, I feel like it's interesting to see like personalities and if they do align with the common characteristics of that sign.
I would say yes, but also I think that a lot of like the characteristics and signs can be very like general at times. So you can say, "Oh, I can think of a time where I was like stubborn," or I can think of a time where I was outgoing or loyal, things like
right.
that.
Yeah, they're pretty general.
Yeah.
And like little things that say like your favorite kind of mac and cheese based on your star sign. Like, well,
Oh, I don't
That's
subscribe
a
to
little
that.
crazy.
No.
I think those are just like gimmicky.
Yeah,
That's not
oh,
really
yeah.
part of it.
Yeah. Well, I like mac and cheese.
But does your sign like mac and cheese?
That's a good question.
You should know
Maybe
this.
we should take a test.
I should know this.
Pull up a BuzzFeed quiz really quick. Would you? What are the characteristics of Scorpio? Do you know?
Very like supposed to be not very like outgoing, more like introverted, which I would probably agree with. Not fully.
Yeah. Like, I think there's some truth, but I don't think it
Yeah.
defines who you are as a person.
No.
But I agree that like anyone can maybe find a connection
Yeah.
to it if you look hard enough.
You know what I think, Mike?
Let's hear it.
I think we got 2 guests here. There's 4 of us here. Why not make it 5? I'm staring at a guest right now, and I think it should be introduced to the world.
All right, going to try to get them.
I think you should get them right now.
I'll be right back.
Now stay tuned.
Stay
In the
tuned.
meantime, Julia and Allie are going to duet a song.
Oh, wait. Do you have a go-to karaoke song though? This is a great one.
Fun fact, I've never done karaoke because I've refused every time.
Oh, that's the introvert. That's the introvert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here comes Mike.
I wish I
Wait,
could
wait.
say the same.
Should we do a close-up to the camera?
Oh, jeez.
All right. And introduce them to the world.
All right, so this is a big moment here. I have recently become a father. of this dog.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Ellie. His name is Beefy. He is a dog here, as you can see. His breed, unknown. The breeder was not sure of his breed.
It looks
so
like Slinky
It does look like
from
Slinky.
Toy Story.
I can see that.
It looks like a Wiener dog.
It's not a movie, so I
Dash
don't
hound?
think it is Slinky, but
Dachshund?
that's a good point. So his name is Beefy, and how it happened was we came from a farmer's market, got some ground beef there, so that's one attribute, as well as he got this kind of brown tint to his fur, as you can see. So that plus he's very heavy in weight, like he's a little bit lighter than the typical dumbbell curl I do at the gym. So those
So
three,
probably like 95 pounds.
actually 7 pounds. No, not really. But those three attributes are contribute to why his name is Beefy, and he's been a very loyal canine for me for the past little while now. So that's a big announcement I wanted to say. And yeah,
Wait, you said, isn't he made out of like special parts or something?
he is. Yes, he's made out of car parts actually. So
Oh, you know what that reminds me of? Do you remember when we were younger that robot movie? I think it was
Wally.
Called Robots?
Maybe
Or
was it called
like not
Robots?
Wally, but Robots.
No, right? Yeah. I think it was like a Nickelodeon thing. That would be a dog in there.
That's true. Would be.
It
Oh, it
might
does
be
look
from the
like
movie.
He's a good dog, but yeah, I
It's
see what
quite
you're
the
saying.
lap dog.
Yeah.
That's the one thing is he's not. He shouldn't be lapped out, but he thinks he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I do encourage it a little bit too much, but
Yeah. I mean, dogs
Yeah.
are like that.
they are like that. They're a good friend.
Man's best friend.
Man's best friend. Yes.
That's right. What kind of dogs do you guys like? Like, what's your someday? Are you going to own a dog, ladies?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Yes.
Okay.
I have a caveat though. Like I don't want a dog right now,
Fair.
which some people have misconstrued into saying that I hate animals, which
Mm.
on the record I do not.
Mac, you know my mic. I gotta move Beefy. He's getting restless.
Yeah.
But no, like my brother. So my brother just got a dog, and I think dogs are great, but I just don't want the responsibility of a dog. Having
Yeah,
to
that's
take
fair.
care of it.
Yeah, I'm same stance as you. What about you?
Yeah, I think we're in the same boat. Like,
Mhm.
we want a dog one day, but right now is not the right time.
I'm not really as responsible. Like, I don't want the responsibility like Mike has to
Exactly.
deal with. Like, how often do you feed it?
Oh, often, twice a day.
Twice a day.
Once
Do
in
you
the
take it for
morning.
walks?
Yeah.
He hasn't really moved much today.
Luckily, this is like a neighborhood that's very big in like walking, so it's
Okay.
very
Mhm.
active. You can take your dog for walks. For food, it's tough because with like the prices in grocery stores, like the dog food's gone up a lot.
Wait, what kind of food does it eat?
Rachel Ray.
Oh, it's
Kibble.
it's made of metal though. I would assume like gasoline or something.
You
Nuts
don't-
and bolts.
listen, you don't know much about Beefy.
I don't know anything about beef.
Well, let me tell you. So he gets a lot of kibble, like Rachel Ray beef,
Okay.
and the
Wait,
kibble.
he eats beef?
Yes, well, yeah,
Oh my gosh, cannibal.
because I'm trying to have him be more natural, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's not actually beef. He's not a good cannibal.
Oh no.
Okay. It's just okay. I get you. I
Yeah.
get you.
So it's like some turkey, some eggs, sometimes avocado toast. He likes a lot.
It's
Like a Saturday morning, you know.
kind
Like
of
a
bougie.
Well, bougie dog for bougie man. I'm regretting saying that.
What about? Are you guys more of a small dog or big dog person?
Growing up, I had like medium dogs and small dogs.
Okay.
So I don't ever see myself getting like a Great Dane or
That's a big dog.
anything large.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah.
Growing up, we had golden retrievers. So, I mean, I love them,
Mm-hmm.
but I also like little dogs too. I wouldn't
Yeah.
really be opposed either way.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd go anything bigger than a golden retriever, though.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's a good size.
Yeah, like what kind of dogs do I like? I like wiener dogs. I always thought having a wiener dog named Frank would be pretty cool. 'Cause it's like a Frankfurter.
Like
Mhm.
Frank's Red Hots, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My brother really likes pugs.
those are cute.
Yeah, but they have a lot of health issues.
Yeah, the French, or no, not a pug. They're similar to a French bulldog though.
English.
Yeah, they are.
No, English
French
bulldog.
is the one with their noses smushed in.
Yes.
They have. I was
Oh,
thinking of
yeah,
that. And they
yeah,
have a lot.
They
of
have
health
like
issues.
the pointier
Yeah.
ears. Like,
yeah, right. The English bulldogs are just like folds all over their face.
they're very
Mhm.
wrinkly. Those
Yeah.
are my favorite dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love a good black lab,
Yeah.
or like a lab, or just German Shepherd. I like because we had a black lab growing up, and she was a great dog.
Pearl.
Pearl, yes.
What a dog.
What a great dog.
I had the honor of meeting Pearl.
Yes, you did.
Male dogs, female dogs.
It was oh,
I feel like you tend to go with whatever dog you had growing up.
that's true. Well, I'll say this to speak on that. My parents are thinking about getting a dog,
Oh.
and they want one just like the one we had growing up. So I'm like, I see what you're saying. You like this type of dog, but don't get it just so you can replace the feelings you have with the other dog. You shouldn't do that just to be like, oh, Pearl was great growing up. Let's get a dog that's exactly like Pearl. That's not.
Well,
really.
because you could get a black lab that's maybe wild. You know what I mean? Like dogs definitely have distinct personalities.
Yes, but I remember they looked at one dog like, oh, this looks just like Pearl.
Oh, and that's
No,
why they wanted
I was
it?
like, you guys shouldn't be associating that.
Okay.
Let the dog have its own personality, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe it's like part of the routine thing. Like they're just used to it, so they just want a black lab. Like that's what they're used to. That's
They
what
know
they
what
want.
it's like. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it was more about this specific dog. So that's the vibe I was getting from the conversations with them about it.
Gotcha.
So,
Well, thank you for bringing out Beefy.
of course,
Wow.
I think the
Round of
fans
applause
appreciate
for
it.
Beefy.
I appreciate it.
of course.
Julia, do you appreciate it?
Of course.
Yeah,
But
Definitely.
There's a little stall
there
there.
was
There's a
def-
little bit of stall.
there
No,
was
Beefy's great.
Beefy's
We
great.
love the beefster.
He doesn't like being called that.
That's a
I'm sorry.
discriminatory term.
That's not what he told me.
He was just trying to make you feel at home.
And he has.
He has. That's
Yeah.
good.
So what do you guys like? Like, how do you guys feel about being on like not only the big screen, but
Wow.
the big, I don't know what you call it, headset speaker, being heard by millions.
How do you enjoy being heard?
Millions.
How do you enjoy being heard?
Wow. I mean, I feel like I do talk for a living. So
Yep.
this
Teachers
is, I guess, I don't know. This is different though. I feel like it's a performance almost.
A performance.
Really?
Well, not like I'm performing, but it's like, I don't know. It's not authentic.
Oh
Wow, that's
No,
whoa,
that came
whoa,
out.
Whoa! Shout to her right there.
Julia, what are your thoughts? Help a girl out.
I understand what you're saying because like you're used to talking to like 6-year-olds, so this is a different.
And me.
Actually, I feel right at home. I mean, nothing's changed.
But like I am a nursing student, and so I talk to a lot of patients all day long, and this is very different because I feel like I'm having a conversation where a lot of times it feels like I'm just a part of a conversation where somebody else is running it.
Right.
And yes.
Yeah. Now I force you to talk,
Yes.
and you can't just stand there and listen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's what you do if you were in front of a patient, but now you got to contribute.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you ladies are able to contribute today. And I do have a question. We asked our last guest, Chris, which of course you guys watched the episode, as all of our fans. He said he experienced more
So
life.
loving.
Sorry.
He said he experienced more life at the end of the episode. So I'm just curious to see if you guys, so far, have you experienced more life?
I would say more life, but that would just be me
Wow, that's a good answer.
because
right there.
there's 2 M's.
There is two
Yeah.
M's.
two
Yeah.
M's.
Do you know
Double
why
the
there's two
fun.
M's?
Mike and Matt.
Round of applause for that.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's a true fan.
Definitely.
Do you guys know, and this will be the first time for the fans, do you guys know what the podcast, where we got the inspiration of the name from?
Yes.
Julia says yes.
Oh.
Yes. From the Drake song.
That is absolutely correct.
The album, yes, more like
The album, yes.
Album,
Oh,
sorry,
wow.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That was shortly after we decided to have this idea and take that, and we didn't have any good ideas besides More Life.
Yeah, there was a couple that were.
So is there like a copyright issue or something?
No.
Oh, no, because it's 2 M's.
Well, there's just lots of More Life podcasts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Now-
we're
now 2 M's though.
Now
yeah,
it's
now with 2
2
M's. There's only
Wow.
one with 2 M's.
Very
So I think I
nice.
don't know how we came up with the idea, but I think I pitched the 2 M's.
Yeah,
You might have
I
had
think so.
You might have had the More Life name down because we had a couple names in planning, but none of them really that
What were
good.
some of the
No,
others?
they did not catch on.
Oof, well, one was based on Matt's track nickname.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which was?
You want to care to say what it was?
It would be Dark Horse.
Great song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
By
That's
Katy
why.
Perry.
That's
That
why.
was my theme
It's
song.
based on.
Really?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah, it
my
was.
gosh.
Because we had this track coach in senior year of high school,
Yep.
who made the comparison that Matt was like a dark horse because
You just come.
Not a lot of people didn't really know about him, and he was very good at a lot of different events of the
okay.
track realm. So he was a dark horse. And then our one friend, my friend Coop, who you've met,
I didn't know Coop.
their very first and second track meet, he was invited to this invitational. I was not. And we listened to Dark Horse, the song, like over and over and over again on the way there to watch him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Matt had already been done with his events by the time we got there, so we didn't see him run. But
True fans.
it's all right though. It's all right.
But the thought was there.
Yeah.
You tried.
But that was the only other name that I think we thought of,
Yeah.
and that wasn't even a consideration. That was just
No.
like an idea that came up, and we're like, nah.
I feel like there was more, but I don't remember what they were. There was
Yeah,
two.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
They must not have been good.
They were not. No, they were not good.
So I'm glad we settled on this.
Yeah,
We're just evolving every day.
every day.
Every day we get new fans,
New fans.
we get new guests,
Yeah.
and we get new episodes.
Oh yeah, I would love to
Wow.
say continuing like having more guests on, like pitch, like our story or something, and pitch like why they should be on,
Yeah.
or just like say,
How-
The
know.
guests need to pitch how.
Yeah, guests saying like why they should.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they reach out. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I think there should be an application process.
Ooh,
That could
Like
be an
a
idea.
challenge.
That could be an idea.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like how many like water balloons can you throw like in a tub or something? That'd be a good challenge.
I mean,
Well, from what distance are we talking?
Ooh, far.
I
Gotta be
mean,
far.
in a bathtub, you're in the bathroom.
Yeah,
most
but also I don't want
bathrooms
to
have
like
doors,
I don't want to
like-
like eliminate people just because their arm might not be the best.
True. Or they may have a bathroom that's like poorly angled. Like your bathroom's right there.
Mhm.
If I'm sitting from here, how am I throwing a balloon in your bathroom?
You're not.
So that's
You gotta
you
get
can have a
discriminatory.
bathtub.
No, it's a walk-in shower.
Okay, yeah. So.
You gotta get above the top part too.
So maybe not that idea.
No,
Mm.
we'll think of something.
We'll think of something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll get it going.
yeah.
But yeah, I think it was a pretty good episode.
It was definitely a good epi.
Yeah.
Good epi
What,
for
what
sure.
do you ladies think? Would you guys come back?
Sure, definitely.
Yeah, if you'd have me.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So we'll see how this one rates,
Yeah,
and then we'll make that decision as time comes.
We'll
but-
see how the numbers do.
All right, gals, give us the support.
Like,
guys-
subscribe, share.
Comment.
If you guys want to see Julia and Allie, then you know what to do. They said it.
So thank you for listening. This has been the MMore Life Podcast.